What's going on, Nick? What's going on, everybody? We're going to get this thing started soon. 7 o'clock, but we're going to get it started soon. Yeah, that's good to hear, Nick, man. That's good to hear. It's nice to see everybody, staying safe with this whole thing going on. All right, link will be in the chat. The link is in the chat, turn tally. I see Ray come ready to troll tonight. What's going on, Bob? Not feeling too pine coney today. It looks more like a pineapple. I got the big boy plats today. It's not the little one, so it ain't too pine coney today. Yeah, the link is in the chat. Turn tally whenever you feel like joining. Let me just come on in. Yeah, the phone number will be up there tonight. You guys could call in. Thank you, Taz Haitian Kane. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Took a couple hours to make that video, so I really appreciate that. He say my favorite pineapple. I only take that from you, Bob. I don't know if Turn Tally seen the I don't know if he's seen the link. I'm gonna post the link again. Yeah, Turn Tally, the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Oh, you smoking the hookah? I actually smoked my hookah a little bit earlier. What flavor do you smoke when you smoke your hookah, Ray? What's going on, John Shields? Now he'll be in here soon. Now I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna run. He say watch some stone skipping. Yeah, you got to be pretty bored to sit there and watch stone skipping. Oh, he here. Here we go. All right.
What's up? What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on? What's up, Jason? How you doing, boss?
What's up?
Thank you, John Shields. It's a track and field, Miami track and field right here.
You already got 10 people. You already got 10 people in here. This is the best day to do it for you.
Yeah, Friday the traffic is not that bad. You know, I mean Sunday. Sunday the traffic's not that bad.
I haven't even sent my alert yet, so that's good.
Yeah, get them on in here. Get them on in here. My Hurricanes, they ready.
Hold on, let me see.
Y'all hit that like button for me, please. Hit that like button.
Oh, I gotta get the link. Let me get the link real quick. What's been going on, man? How you been doing?
I've been good, man. Good. Just spent a couple hours a day making a hype video. Those are
a hype.
Yeah, you know, I had to find all the footage for the players that's coming back. You know.
Oh, okay.
See what we got going on for 2020. Your boy Tamari and Terry made the hotline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was a part of the beatdown from DJ Ivy.
Yeah. Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
All right, the Florida State fans starting to come in. What up, EMG? How you doing, man?
Who's on?
Ain't that right? Ain't that right, John? We stay ready.
All right, let's see what happens. I'll send 2. I'll send 2 different ones.
Hey, John say you need to wake up, man.
Who, me?
Yeah.
It's 8 a.m. over here. I haven't even had a coffee yet. All right. What's going on?
All right, we got a few things to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
I ran into this very interesting picture earlier, so I think I'll bring that up tonight. You know, since the NFL draft just passed not too long ago, not even a week, We talk about them first rounders, who's a bust and who's not. So, as you already know, when it comes to developing players and stuff like that, not being a bust, Miami is number one in the country. Number one in the country. 26 first rounders, only 4 of them was a bust. Number one in the country. And the worst team for sending out first round bust is your your downtown rival, the Florida Gators. Number one in the country. What up, Donald? How you doing, man? What up, Kendrick? How you doing, boss?
Number one in the country for what?
No, the Gators. Basically, Gators are the number one team in the country for sending first round drafts into the NFL to become a bust.
For that bust.
Yeah, to become a bust. And Miami is number one in the country for sending NFL players into the NFL in the first round and not being a bust.
Oh, okay. I know from personal experience, because the Bucks drafted up Vernon Hargraves in the first round, an undersized corner, right? He was hyped up. Oh, he was overrated. He bust like 2 or 3 years. Like the Bucks fans hated him.
Yeah, that's what normally happens.
He bust bad. What's up, Rose? Rose in the building. John Shields. What else we got? I knew it was gonna be hating on my gear. I already knew that.
You talking about your gears. Man, I had to put my hair up in a ponytail because two of them plats decided they want to stick up. My girl ain't at the house at the moment, so I couldn't get her to fix it.
I'm ready for the season. I'm ready for practice, man. Anything. I'm ready for anything, man.
It's about the kids.
Anything. I'm so bored.
I had to put my hair up in the ponytail. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, for personal experience, man. Yeah, the Gators, man. I don't want no more of their corners like Vernon Hargraves.
Yeah, the Gators they do get a lot of picks. They do get a lot of talent to go to the NFL, but you know, sometimes college talent ain't really NFL talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But they should be, because they out recruiting. Because they're the top school in Florida, so they should be getting the top recruits right now. So just by that alone, they're gonna have more NFL draft picks than anybody else in the state. Because they got that thing, they got that thing going pretty good right now. All right, not great, but better than us.
Yeah, I was taking a look at our roster too, man. I was going down the roster because I was, when I was making that video, I was seeing who all was coming back and everything. I was like, man, we lacking in the senior department.
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons why half of the NCAA and ESPN, that's why they hating on us that bad. we lacking in the leadership department.
Yeah, I've been looking into the Bucks, man, and yeah, they gonna make the playoffs. That's a guarantee. They second favorites behind San Francisco for the Super Bowl, to go to the Super Bowl, and they fourth favorites to win it. Behind the 49ers, Chiefs, and somebody else, probably Baltimore. I think San Francisco is going to get their Super Bowl hangover, because they were young, hungry last season, their defense and everything. I think they're going to get the hangover. The Chiefs, I don't know. They quarterback so good, man. But the Bucks the Bucks got a chance. If they, they ain't second favorite for no reason.
Yeah, so I think the Bucks learned their lesson, man. They stayed away from Cam Akers. They say, you know what? We ain't going with them. We ain't going with the Florida State players no more. See what happened with Winston. But hey, man, congratulations to Winston though. He still got a team. He signed with the Saints for a year.
Yeah.
So somebody wanted him.
I think yeah, it's gonna be lit, man. Brady got weapons all over the place, man. It's gonna be our offense gonna be lethal. Lethal. Lethal.
Hey, John on a mission tonight, boy. John say, FSU only had one player drafted. Congratulations.
Grandma Date say only of Tom Brady and Gronkowski. Are you kidding me? So we ain't got. So what about Mike Evans? I can go on for days of the offense. Cameron Brate.
Hey man, special shout out to Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou is in the building.
Uncle Lou in the building. He say pine cone.
Yeah, if for everybody who don't know, that's who gave me that nickname. I just stick with it and run with it. What's going on, Uncle Lou? How you doing, man?
This is the best day for you to do it. Sunday. No, Uncle Lou bored. Everybody bored on his lot.
You say that one went in the second round. Yeah, Donna, you talking about Cam Akers? That was the only one that went. I know they had what's the other guy named? You had Samuel in there too.
He got undrafted in Green Bay. We would have got four though. We would have got four. We got a first round, and we would have had 4 picks in the first 3 rounds if they didn't stay their senior year. They didn't want to stay an extra year. Hasman Nasruddin is a safety, projected safety, right? Go ahead and read his comment. I'll get to it. Go ahead and read Uncle Lou.
Let me put it on there. So you get Spike Lee on the show. That tell me what's up.
Oh, I'm Spike Lee. You sound Spike Lee.
Yeah, he look. Hey man. At least he ain't do you like Slim Shady did. It called you what it was, a Dollar Tree Deion Sanders or something.
I wish I had Spike Lee money. Call me Spike Lee all day. But we would have had 4 first. Shout out to Uncle Lou. Yeah, we would have had 4 first round draft picks. Hasman Nasruddin, he projected a first round strong safety, badass safety. Projected first round. He coming back for his last year. He want to win, man. Big Marvin Wilson would have been first round, I think. And then Tamari Terry is would have been like a second or third round. So we would have had about 4 picks, but we had 3 guys stay back. But Memphis, Memphis, Mike Norvell's last team, Memphis. He had 8. They had 8 draft picks.
What's the name?
A roster full of 2 or 3 stars.
Reed Lashley had a couple picks out of SMU too.
And that was a roster full of 2 or 3 stars and transfer portals. 8 draft picks from Mike Norvell. So he can develop. That's proof he can develop.
Yeah, you freezing a little bit. I don't know what's going on with your internet. Big Vol Daddy say, man, y'all was with. Hold on, what?
What y'all wait?
Y'all too high on the Bucks. Y'all won't win the South. Book it.
Who gonna win the South? Who gonna win the South? Because the only team that's behind them is the Saints with Drew Brees. Who gonna win the South? Who gonna be able to light it up to keep up with Tom Brady besides Drew Brees? Atlanta.
It'd be crazy though. It'd be crazy. I don't want to wish no injury on Drew Brees, but it'd be crazy if when they do play the Bucks, he's sitting out injured or something like that. But I'd love to see Winston against Tampa Bay.
The Saints window done closed, y'all. The Saints had so many opportunities. The Saints done had so many opportunities, and they blew it. Like they time, it's a Bucks time. What's up and coming?
Slim Shady Kane is in the building. Oh man, let me put the number in the chat so he can call in if he wants to.
That's racist as an engine. Engine number 9. No, we're not getting a real mascot. Once y'all get a real duck to run around with a shirt on, then we'll get a real Indian or whatever y'all talking about. Stupid. That's a stupid thing. A mascot, who by definition is not real.
I think you're starting to develop what you call it, a nickname here, because they asking Spike Lee who's gonna keep Brady off his ass.
Well, Dick, we got a few good linemen, Dick. We got a few good. We got a first round of Tristan Wirfs, right? Anyway, what is dude from repping the Saints? What is this dude from? Big Ball Daddy?
If he say Vol in his name, that means he's a Tennessee fan.
And he a Saints fan. Yeah, okay. Whatever. I grew up 20 minutes away from the Buck Stadium. I grew up 20 minutes away from Buck Stadium. And I rep them till I die. I know they're the worst. They were the worst franchise in the history of all sports. .347 winning percentage. But you know what? I don't care. We about to win this. We about to win next season. We pretty much bust the Saints' ass with we had Jameis Winston who was beating the Saints. I think last season they got us, but it was close. Tom Brady go, good luck, Saints. The Aints, good luck. Saints, the Saints, the one team that choke. Every year is their year. Oh, they lighted it up all season. Every year they choke. Every year they choke.
I'm not even gonna lie, man. The year before last, my Rams pretty much stole it from.
They choke, yeah, they choke. The Saints choke every year.
I wouldn't necessarily say they choke, man. I just say that the refs, they didn't do their job. It is what it is. I mean, even though the Rams is my team, like I said, the refs ain't do their job. That should have been that ball game should have been over with that pass interference. It could have been a different outcome in the Super Bowl too.
Yeah,
they could have been Super Bowl champs instead of Brady, but who knows?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm still waiting for a few more Florida State. The fans ain't coming in yet.
Oh, Big Vol say he ain't a Saints fan. He's a Cardinal. He's a Cardinal fan.
Oh, they're not even in the mix, so I ain't worried about it. They ain't even in the mix.
What's going on, Grease Sport? How you doing, man?
Goose spirits.
Hold on, let me pull up that though. Let's talk about the first round bus.
Super Bowl Bucks, baby. Super Bowl Bucks.
You really believe that though?
Not yet. I gotta see how the secondary look. I ain't worried about offensive line. I ain't worried about it. They're gonna show that up. If it's missing like one dude, they gotta get one more dude. The cornerbacks is what I'm looking at. What's up, Mike Ellis? No blood, raw. He obviously got the alert.
Yo, Mike Ellis in the building. $50 donation. Thank you, Mike Ellis. Mike Ellis always come through, man. It's every week we have this show, y'all. Every week on Untitled Channel, it's on Friday, and on my channel we're doing it on Sundays. It's a lot less traffic on Sundays than it is on Fridays. Yeah, Mike Ellis.
He a Florida State fan, Big Bowl Daddy. That's what I do. That's what we do. We bring the juice. Next, go ahead. What you say? he like, whoa, he bringing juice. Yeah, he Florida State too.
John got a question for you.
Where he think Miami stands? You already know why I think FSU stands. What are you talking about? We rank number 23 in the country. What you think my Miami gonna where they stand at?
I'm telling you, man, you cannot go by them preseason rankings. You cannot.
No, it's all you can do right now. That's all you can do. I'm talking about where he think Miami gonna stand.
Preseason rankings pretty much mean nothing until you start seeing some action. You know, that's when you start.
All you can do is go by that.
You start looking at the rankings after the first 4 games, because that's when you're gonna get into your conference games and everything. But can't really base everything on.
But it's a good starting foundation, good starting point to where your team could likely end up. So that's all you got to look at before the season starts. That's all. Oh, he said Josh Shields said go back to the bus list.
He say on the bus list. Okay, so schools that produce the most bus. I'm gonna run down the top 6 because that's pretty much what I summed it up to. The top 6. First on the list is the Florida Gators. Hold on, we got a caller coming in.
Well, they coming in now. Florida State fans, I think, coming in.
Yo.
What's going on, boss man?
What's going on, man?
Why you got this man on your show week after week? Just straight up lying. Pulling shit out of the cavernous crack of his ass that ain't worth the toilet paper he wipes his ass with.
But he here watching. But he here every week watching. Why you here every week watching it?
Well, I'm gonna prove you wrong again, like I do every week. There ain't no preseason polls out, except by nobody but ESPN. There ain't no preseason AP out. There ain't no preseason.
He changed that subject quick when I asked why you here every week. He changed the subject.
So you're on here talking about, oh, Stephen A. Smith says we're number 23. You ride with that old funky nose bull if you want to. Man,
whatever crap, you unranked. You unranked. So whatever. You unranked. Get over it. FSU.
You unranked too. 5-7, bro. 5-7. You talking about how bad?
What did Miami finish? That's unranked this year. What did they finish?
6-7. That's better than 5-7.
Wow.
Turn talent.
Who y'all blowing the doors off? You blew the doors off.
Put your link in the chat so somebody can subscribe to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Business.
Now, since last week, he didn't want to go by Stephen A. Smith's numbers. He won't listen to them. Well, I'll give you the numbers ESPN gave me. Since he wanna talk shit about Tampa last week, but he want to ride their nuts this week. That secondary that he's so worried about, last 6 games of the season, number 5 in the NFL.
Yeah, the Bucks usually do. The Bucks usually do. I don't really care when you said that. The reason I said that because I've been a Bucks fan for life, so I know the Bucks start off bad, and then like for the past few years, their MO has been finishing strong. So they'll lose the first half of the season, and the second half the defense turn up, offense get a little bit better. Then the next season you're thinking like, oh, they're gonna make a leap, and they don't. It'd be the same thing again. That's why when you said that, I didn't put much weight on it. I'm like, nah. But I'm gonna hope for the Bucks to win. I'm always gonna back my Bucks no matter what. But you gotta understand my confidence being shot after year after year after year after year of losing. It's the most losingest franchise in the history of the sport. Why would I have faith in them? They got Tom Brady. I'm excited about that. But I'm not going to leap off.
Worst record. They just ain't been around as long.
Huh?
I said the Browns have a worse record. They just haven't been around as long.
Oh, okay. I know. I just heard about this like a few days ago. They said the Bucks are the most losingest franchise in the history of any sport. Like 0.347.
Oh yeah. If you look at the numbers, it looks a shitload worse. But they've been around 30 years before the Browns. Because they didn't restart the Browns franchise till 01.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I honestly didn't do my research. When you told me that, I honestly didn't look into it that much. Even when the Bucks got Brady, I still didn't get excited. I know Brady's a beast. He's the best. Okay, yeah. But I still didn't get excited. It looked like Brady was trying to just get a fat payout for his last days of his career. That's how I looked at it. But then I looked into it a bit.
He's only getting $25 million a year.
I know, but it's still more than what he's. So I looked into it, and I watched like Bucko's Locker. I'm subscribed to Bucko's Locker, TB, Tampa Bucks 2, Tampa 2 Bucks, something like that. Tampa 2. I listened to them, and I started like, okay, I got a little bit more optimistic.
Well, here's the way I look at it. A lot of people are trying to look at it as if Tom Brady has to come in and be the same Tom Brady and carry that team on his shoulders that he did in New England. And nothing could be further from the case. He doesn't have to.
Yeah.
If you get half of what Tom Brady was in New England, you're getting 4 or 5 more wins out of that team. For the simple fact that Tom Brady is not going to turn that ball over 30 times.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And then as far as Gronk goes, I don't expect Gronk to be what he was because he stepped away for more than just the fact that he didn't like Bill Belichick. He had been beat up over the years. But here's my thing. If they rely on O.J. Howard for the most part during the season, which he's proven they can do, and then you have a healthy Gronk in the playoffs, son.
Yeah, our offense gonna be us. I don't see nobody stopping that offense. I don't give a damn who's that running back. I don't see nobody stopping that offense. And the running backs are gonna look good just by default. It's gonna be holes there. So I'm not worried about the offense at all. Offense gonna be lighting it up. If the defense can just be over average, if they can just have an average, I know the front seven. I know is gonna be. They always stop the run. Tampa has always been stopping the run for about 3 years now. Number one, I'm not worried about the front seven. The front seven is nice. If the back end could just be average with the offense that Tampa Bay is going to have, if the defense could just be over average, a little over average, that's a Super Bowl team. Super Bowl team. What's that on the phone?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Honestly, the way I see that defense working out, I see it working out a lot like compare it as a recent comparison. Compare it to the Hurricanes defense in 2017. That front seven was so good, you can have anybody in the back, but they're making quarterbacks make so many bad decisions that they're gonna end up in turnovers.
That would be our best hope. If our defensive line is really stout, like the old school Tampa with Warren Sapp and all them, if we could bring pressure like that consistently, that would help a lot. That would help a lot.
Well, and Dominican Sue and Jason Pierre-Paul are gonna bring pressure consistently. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Now onto these Noles that for some reason you think are going to be good, even though they're complete dumpster fire. You trying to hype up Mike Norvell? Well, I got a question for you. The Virginia Tech Hokies were sure hyping up Justin Fuente when he come out of Memphis. What's he done?
I'm not hyping him up. I'm cautiously optimistic. I like what I'm seeing from Mike Norvell. I like what he's I like how he set things up and things look organized. We haven't had anything close to organization at Florida State. So I'm not hyping him up like he's gonna be like the next Nick Saban, Bobby Bowden or something. No, I don't know what he's gonna be. But from what I'm seeing, it's a rebuild. So from what I'm seeing, I'm happy with. He hasn't done anything yet, so he has nothing to work on except Memphis, which is a lower tier. But they did have 8 draft picks. They did have they won their division. They did finish ranked like top 20. So that's all we got to work on, and I'm happy with that. So, but I'm not y'all coach. Y'all need to worry about Manny Diaz. I don't think Manny Diaz is gonna be y'all coach anyway of the future. Honestly, I don't.
Here's the thing. I said this to a lot of Miami fans last offseason, and they didn't want to hear it. And a lot of Florida State fans aren't going to want to hear this. Year one with a new coach is a wash.
Yeah, always. Yeah, wash.
It always is. And if you go by the trend in college football, a coach year one has a worse record in his first year than the last coach's last year. It almost always happens.
TJ just said, didn't Lashley just come in from the same conference and was worse than Norvell?
Yeah, Novell pretty much. Their defense shut them down, shut down their offense. From what I heard.
Well, here's the problem with Mike Norvell and your problem you're going to have with him at Florida State. You're going to turn it into basically a Big 12 team because that's where Mike Norvell just left. UCF, Memphis.
He's still better than what we had, though. He's still better than what we had.
Power offenses.
He's better than what we had, though. As far as the coaching staff, we got a better coaching staff than what we had. That's for certain.
Well, and that's the same problem. And listen, I've been saying it. Miami fans had agreed with it. That's the same problem I've got with Lashley.
Well, EMG said SMU is not in the AAC.
Oh, you don't like Lashley?
USA.
He said he don't like Lashley.
USA, which is the conference they left.
So you don't like? You say you don't like Lashley?
Same thing. They're running high power offenses. Offenses putting up 40, 50, 60 points a game, but both teams are doing it.
Right.
I mean, I'll give you Mike Norvell's a perfect example. 3 years in a row, Memphis and UCF played for the conference championship, and all 3 years in a row, it was a 50-something to 60-something game.
I kind of like them games sometimes, but nah. Well, but you gotta look at the lack of talent is there too, because both like Memphis, I'm still impressed with what he did in Memphis. When you got a bunch of transfer portals on your team, and like 2 stars, sometimes 3 stars, it's just like that's nothing to. They don't get any talent, especially on defense at Memphis. So I can see them giving up 50 points. But still, to be ranked number 20, they would beat both of us with less.
Yep. And here's the trap Florida State's got to not fall into, because Miami's starting to fall into it. Better give Mike Norvell more than a year and a half.
They're giving Norvell what?
I said, y'all better give Norvell more than a year and a half, or you're going to end up in the same problem, in the same boat.
Oh, yeah.
They want to keep a carousel of coaches coming in and out. Look
I
at
said that.
They're winning. All of them have consistency on their coaching staffs.
Yeah, basically, in the past 15 years, we went through like what, 3 or 4 coaches? Y'all got to.
Let's see. Since 2006, you've had Larry Coker, Randy Shannon, multiple offensive coordinators under Shannon, Al Golden, multiple offensive coordinators under Golden,
Mark Riggs,
and now Maney with already multiple offensive coordinators under Maney.
Yeah, they should have never got Enos in there.
Y'all should have never got rid of. Y'all should never got rid of Rick.
If you would have given him 3 years, but the problem is it takes time.
Yeah, with Enos, that offense, man, it was terrible.
What's up, Kendrick?
He's running the same offense Alabama runs. He's running the same offense Clemson runs. He just runs more under center, and that's what you get, the difference between offensive coordinators. That's all that is.
Go.
He's running a multiple offense that, okay, he runs more under center. That's really, truly, that's an irrelevant thing, whether you're running more under center or shotgun.
TJ James says Miami is like FSU, still doesn't have an offense line. Norvell didn't really deal with the line that was ranked 60 at Memphis. Last year couldn't do anything with a line that was ranked top 20. Damn, top 20?
And that's the thing. No offense at all is going to work giving up 51 sacks a year. Doesn't matter what you run.
Yeah. You got to have offensive line, man.
That's just a fact. I mean, you can straight up be running Lincoln Riley's offense that's literally nothing but run and gun. if you got no offensive line to protect the quarterback,
Yeah. We thought that. That's why I be trying to tell t2y that we thought the hurry up offense, we already tried that garbage and we thought it was gonna work because it was gonna make our offensive line better. It don't matter, man. It don't matter what offense you run. If your offensive line can't block, it's not gonna work. I learned that. Florida State fans, we learned that the hard way.
Thank you, Michael Ellis, for the $10 donation. He said, I heard Dabo coming to Miami. He tired of winning. He trolled. He trolled.
I'll tell you one problem I consistently see from up-tempo offenses. And this man right here can attest to it. The reason Florida State lost the Virginia game is because they would not slow that offense down. They did a quick 3 and out, and you gave Bryce Perkins the ball back with 4.5 minutes left.
That game.
Kendall Briles would not slow down, and that's the one problem that I've consistently seen out of these up-tempo offenses. There are times you have to slow that game down, and they have a hard time doing it.
And he can't, but he could. He could, because we would have got exposed.
On Kendall Briles.
If he slow it down, we gonna get exposed. That's why he had to keep. I know what you're saying, but we would get badly exposed with our offensive line if he slowed it down. We would get really exposed.
Well,
I don't like Kendall.
If he had kept the ball on the ground and ran the clock out, you might have only given Bryce Perkins the ball back with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, Kendall's real. Taggart got the brunt of the abuse because he was the head coach, which is understandable. You should, if you're the boss, you should get the brunt. But Kendall lost a lot of games and a lot of leads. Man. Like where Taggart had to walk over to him and be like, "Hey, man, run the ball." Like why he got to tell the offensive coordinator to run the ball? They're not even on the same page, obviously.
You got Cam Akers. He was one of the best running backs in the country.
Yeah, that's what Taggart was saying. Kendall wanted to be the man. Kendall wanted to be the head coach of Florida State. He wanted to be the man. He did some slimy stuff, man. Like he undermined Taggart a lot of times. And he was trying to get that head coach out. He knew Taggart was out. So what he was trying to do was, I'm the man. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna, you know what I mean? That's what he was doing. It was obvious.
Here's my I look at it like this. I don't keep up with the backstage politics of Florida State. I can't speak on that. I know I looked at it as a positive for Florida State when Willie said, okay, I'm gonna step back and let somebody else run the offense.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm a big one. To me, 4 years minimum for any head coach you bring in. I mean, outside of Nick Saban, who's turned the program around in 4 years? And it still took Nick Saban 3, and he's one of the best coaches ever.
Right. Taggart wasn't known for his coaching. He was known for his recruiting, and he was recruiting well. He had the second cycle not so well with the last one, but his first one was really good. One of the cycles.
Well,
and
I can kind of hit back on that a little bit too, because maybe the quarterback he recruited.
No, he didn't. He didn't recruit a quarterback, but everything else he did good. But I know what you're saying. We would have got that dude last cycle though. He would have got that quarterback. I forgot his name, but he would have got him. But the thing, I'm not saying who's wrong or who's right. I don't know. I know Taggart messed up a lot too though. But my thing is, everywhere Taggart went, it took him 4 years to turn around. He turned around every program he's been to. And that was my argument with the Florida State fan base, because it was a split. And I said, well, you gotta get a coach at least 3 years. Let him get his players in or whatever. But the fans weren't hearing that, so they boycotted and everything. So
I believe Miami fans aren't hearing it either, and I've been saying it for years. And like I said, I know more about the backstage politicking going on at Miami than I do Florida State. And there's not many people that are going to disagree with me that Randy Shannon didn't get the support from the school like other coaches have.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Shannon was never given a fair shake at Miami. Now,
I saw that. I remember that.
Your opinion, but when you look at, perfect example, it came out after the season. There was a big blow up between Dan Enos and Manny because Dan Enos tried to bench Jaron Williams for the FIU game because he broke curfew, come in half drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I put that 100% on Manny Diaz. So I put that 100% on Manny Diaz.
Who came in drunk?
Jaron Williams.
Jaron Williams.
Oh Lord. But he said,
curfew, and Dan Enos tried to set him on the bench, and Manny wouldn't do it.
who was trying to put him on the field?
Nah. Dan Enos was trying to bench Jaron Williams for coming in drunk, but Manny let him play anyway.
Oh no.
Basically, Manny just undermined what Enos wanted to do.
But y'all didn't like Enos. Y'all didn't like Enos anyway.
That one right there says to me, Dan Enos wasn't given a fair shake this year, and that's not on top of everything else that came out. That wasn't on top of former players that were at practice, talking about guys screwing around. Former players at practice talking about the players didn't like Dan Enos because he yelled at them. That's what a football coach does.
That's this generation.
Snatched me up by my mask and cussed me like a dog.
Yeah, they I've actually talked to Travis Benjamin. I talked to what's his name? Randy Phillips also. They both said Randy Shannon was never given a fair shot.
Mm. Yep. You gonna have a split. You already got a split.
He was trying to keep Nevin Shapiro away from the program. Donna Shalala, she never gave two shits about the football program as long as it was winning. Constantly cut their budget year after year to put it into other things at the university.
I remember that. I remember the Randy
coach because he hasn't been given another shot, but he's proven since he left that he was still a good defensive coordinator. So there's no reason to think he can't be a good head coach.
Yeah, right. I remember when Randy Shannon was coaching. I don't know. I think I was a teenager. It was a while back. This was in the 90s, wasn't it?
No.
Randy Shannon became the coach in 07.
Yeah.
His first year.
07.
He was the one he followed Larry Coker.
07? Oh, okay.
06 was Larry Coker's last year. As a matter of fact, Randy Shannon took over for the bowl game in 06. And then they made him the permanent head coach.
I got something mixed up. Is he a black guy?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got his face. Why am I thinking so far? It's so far back. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think. But what? My memory screwed up. My memory.
He was a graduate assistant there in the 90s.
My memory screwed. But I do remember this. I do remember feeling sorry for him. I could see it in his face on the sideline. Like it's something's not right. I could tell from an outside perspective, not even being inside because I'm a Florida State fan, obviously. But I could tell. I felt sorry for him in a way. I could see something was wrong. I could see it. Like something's not right. Something's not right. I can tell.
Yeah, UCF now.
Is he doing okay? He's probably doing good now.
Yeah, he's doing great at UCF.
He was the defensive coordinator under Jim McElwain for the Gators.
Dade County said they let him bring a whole high school team in and he let the quarterback throw 48 interceptions and let the can't miss quarterback throw 48 interceptions.
Wait, who threw 48 interceptions?
Dade County put that comment.
Talking about Ja'Cory Harris? Oh,
I said Ja'Cory Harris didn't throw 48. in his
I know
career.
he definitely didn't. I know Morris didn't either. I don't know who threw 48 interceptions.
Hey, t2y, we gonna be competing with Mark Rogers soon. He on 43, we on 24. We just started doing this.
And there's one I'll put on Al Golden. Almost his entire senior year, Stephen Morris played on a broken ankle.
Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't even know he was injured half the time. Most of the players though,
the
when
year before they went 9-3, and then they had they went 9-3 the year before, and then they dropped to it was like 8-4, 7-5 the next year. Stephen Morris was half mobile. I mean, he wasn't the greatest quarterback. I don't think anybody's ever claimed that he was, but he was a quarterback.
Mike Ellis, thank you for the $10 donation. Really appreciate that, boss. Between Miami and Florida State, this will donate 1,000% to the channel.
Florida State better win, man.
Hey, Miami better win, man.
My pressure for that game just rose up.
What's it? $1,000 for whoever win? Hey, that's what's up.
Before I was like, hey, Mike Norvell, you know what I'm saying? Mike Norvell leaves.
Like I just got done saying, this year in Tally-Ho, that's probably a wash. They're probably going to have about the same record they did. Because you're installing a whole new offense, a whole new defense, a whole new set of coaches.
Not only that, too, none of the stuff that they bringing in, they not even getting to practice or nothing. They don't even know what they got.
But everybody gonna be set back. Everybody gonna be set back.
They're gonna add in the 14 spring practices and let them add that to their summer camp.
Yeah, everybody gonna be set back.
Have a summer camp.
Yeah,
everybody's gonna be set, but everybody's gonna be set back, and every college football team is gonna look sloppy. The first 2-3 weeks are gonna look like if they do it the way I think they're gonna do it, it's gonna be a really sloppy football product we're gonna see. But the thing is, with Mike Norvell's his offense fits the type of players we got more than the offense we're even playing with. Like we should be, it's a pro style offense, so we should be all right. I'm not saying that we're going to, but I know what you mean. First year head coaches usually do struggle, but our schedule is not good. It's not good at all. Our schedule is not tough, so that's why we better win 7 games or he in trouble. We better win 7+. I want 8. But 7+, he better win at least 7 with that schedule. Florida State fans are gonna lose their minds again. He better win 7.
My personal thoughts is at best Florida State's gonna go 6-6, and at best Miami's gonna go 8-4.
That's not gonna fly with me. 6-6 not gonna fly. The fan base that's not gonna fly. It's not gonna fly. He gotta win. He gotta win 7.
I mean, it hadn't flown in Miami, and look where it's gotten them. It hadn't flown in Tennessee. Look where it's gotten them.
Yeah. Yeah.
University of Florida. Look where it's gotten them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So CBS Sports predicted that Miami gonna be 9-3 this season, 5-3 in the ACC, and for FSU 8-4, 6-2 in the ACC.
Yeah, the schedule sets up perfectly. Like, there's no reason we shouldn't win 8.
And they do have FSU beating Miami, but they got them losing to Boise State, Clemson, and Louisville.
And the Gators.
There's no reason Miami shouldn't have won the Coastal every year since they've been in there, but they haven't.
Yeah, they got us losing to North Carolina, Florida State, and Virginia Tech.
Yeah, the fan base ain't gonna let. I don't see no 6-6. Like that better not happen. 6-6.
They're a little more optimistic than me. Now, personally, I don't see us losing to North Carolina, but granted, I didn't see that happening this past year either. I mean, just going off of talent, Miami should run through the Coastal. I mean, it's one of those. I said it to Alonso last time me and him talked. Until they do it, I'm not going to say they're going to. Because I personally think when they joined the conference in 2004, they had a more talented team than what they even have right now.
Yeah, even last season, I thought would have did better than that in the Coastal. Because, I mean, in the beginning of the season, they had us actually going to the ACC championship.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Keith Van Horn?
And I said it, and I caught hell for it preseason. And I said it wouldn't happen because you were talking a first-year head coach. Strictly based off of that, I know it wasn't going to happen. Now, I didn't see the wheels falling off, but I also didn't see the off-field problems that they ended up having. As far as the crap Jaron pulled, the crap the wide receivers pulled during the bowl game. Go back and look at that game. I've watched it 3 times now. You don't have a single wide receiver outside of KJ Osborne in that game even attempting to create any space between him and the defender. They fucked off the whole game.
Yeah, half of them were motivated to be there.
Because of the crap Manny let them get away with all year. All the dancing on the sideline when you're losing to FIU. DJ Ivey, the crap he pulled in the Georgia Tech game. And a lot of people try to say, that was just a broken play. No. The TV cameras picked up everybody hollering punt safe. And DJ Ivey just decided to let that guy just walk right by him.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't in Missouri, but you got to show me.
Yeah, this season gonna be something to look at. What I'm mainly worried about is our linebackers.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking like food at y'all linebackers.
I mean, we got some decent ones.
Here's what they have: some good linebackers, and here's the thing: what they're going to lose in experienced linebackers, they're going to pick up speed.
Jay Play say he had to buy a new TV watching the bowl game.
Linebackers don't fall like trees, though. A good linebackers are like offensive linemen. They hard to come by, man. They hard to come by.
A lot of people wanted to jump on Shaq this past season. To me, undeservedly so. No, Shaq's not the fastest player out there. Nobody ever claimed him to be. But find a play he's not in on.
Right. That was the strength of y'all. That's the strength of y'all defense. That's why it got y'all favored to lose against us, because that was y'all man. That was y'all anchor, was that linebacking core. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. And now y'all got to replace those linebackers. Ain't easy. Florida State fans will tell you we haven't had a good linebacker. We got some good ones now, but it took us about 3 damn years to develop them. It's hard linebacking. If you got good linebacking core, man, they can hide a lot of deficiencies in your defense.
Or not pay me Zach McCloud. So that's one thing you're not taking into account. Zach McCloud's going to be back there linebacking again this year.
Yeah, Zach McCloud and Sam Brooks should be decent.
So really, you've only got one guy that's not going to have a ton of playing time. But like I said, with Sam Brooks and whoever's going to be the third, have got more speed than Shaq and Pink put together.
And that's the thing. That's the problem. See, that's the problem. Now, when you said which I got I say I got like what, 2 or 3 decent ones?
Yeah,
2 decent ones. Probably 2. Nobody got. Yeah, y'all probably got 2.
And the rest of them behind them, they pretty good too. They pretty decent.
But I'm saying they're pretty good. But the thing is, when you play that up-tempo offense, that pretty good gonna be on the field a lot more. That's what I was telling you the other week. With that up-tempo offense, it exposes your defense, man. Like you got to go into the bench and everything. Like, man, I don't like that offense, man.
Our offense I think they've shown they've got depth along the defense everywhere.
I don't know. I'm just saying, Florida.
I mean, that's 2 years in a row we've had bad offense, and they've had to rely on that defensive depth because the defense has spent so much time out on the field.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because y'all did go 3 and out a lot. Y'all did go 3 and out a lot.
Yeah, we were worse than the country.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. We gonna see.
Efficiency, we was ranked last in the country.
Yeah, I remember that.
And a lot of that, I think, blame, I think, unfairly went on Dan Enos, and it's one of those, your offensive coordinator, kind of like Willie caught some heat unfairly. I think Dan caught some heat unfairly for Jared Williams' decision making.
Yeah, the thing that I'm seeing.
That man looked everywhere but down the field with that ball. He automatically checked down all year long.
Yeah, the problem with our linebackers is most of our linebackers that we do have, they redshirt.
Yeah.
We got seniors, and we got mostly freshmen too.
Yeah, you know something, and a lot of people complained about it last year, but the more I think about it, the more I think it might have been a smart move. Remember how everybody was mad that Manny redshirted so many players last year?
Lingard.
But now you have, and you know what though? That's just the way football is. I mean, it's more publicized now because you have ESPN, but you've had huge names in the past that were transfer players. Troy Aikman was a transfer quarterback. Transferred out of Oklahoma to UCLA. So, Lingard not wanting to wait his turn, that's fine. And to be honest with you, Lingard going to Manny, and nobody has any reason to not believe it. Manny come out and said Lingard came to me, said his knee wasn't ready, wanted a red shirt. Now, what's a first-year coach going to do if you come to him 4 weeks later and say, I'm ready? A first-year coach is going to side with caution, and he's not going to put you in.
Yeah.
Especially a defensive coach.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the way I see it, Manny was trying to save him for the future. But
he was. I think Manny was trying to save him for this year because you saved Jeremiah Payton for this year. I mean, all those players that he redshirted, you got a lot of top players from the last 2 recruiting classes that are fixing to start playing. So, to me, the big question isn't even the offense. I'm sure the offense is with a more mobile quarterback is going to look different, and that mobile quarterback is what helps hide your deficiencies with the offensive line. My problem with De'Aaron King is I made a whole bunch of jokes about Tate Martell needing a step stool out there, but De'Aaron King looks up to Tate Martell.
I think De'Aaron King is like a Tate Martell, but just more efficient.
but just good.
maybe not. Here's my thing though. There's a reason De'Aaron King was at Houston. Okay? There's a reason De'Aaron King didn't go to a Power 5 school to begin with.
It's just like what I said about Rico Bussey, the wide receiver for North Texas. A lot of people been hyping him up because he's doing great things at North Texas, but you got to look at North Texas competition. It's not Power 5 competition. You don't have Power 5 cornerbacks shutting them down. So, of course, he's going to strive. But if we were to go out and get him, because they were talking about going into the transfer portal to get him, and the other guy from Michigan, Tariq. But if you look at who Rico Bussey played against at North Texas, of course he's going to look great.
And that's my thing about De'Aaron King. Houston is in the same conference with Memphis, UCF, and the AAC. You're going against a bunch of high-powered 50, 60-point-a-game offenses with no defense. That's just as good as a defender coming out of the Big 12. brought this up to Junior and Big Dog, and Big Dog doesn't think there'll be a problem. I do. Is what Derek King's going to look like when he faces a real defense.
Yeah,
so you're not a Derek King. You're not a Derek King supporter, I'm gathering.
Now, I'm not saying he can't do it, but it's definitely a question mark.
What, because of his height? What, because of his height?
His height and the competition he's played against up till now.
See, that's what I see. We agree more than we think. T2y.
My question mark with Derek King is we saw what he could have did when he played against a team like Oklahoma. I mean, he strived against the other teams, but when he played Oklahoma, he couldn't get a win off on.
But I mean, that goes back to what I said about the Big 12. I mean, that's what the AAC is a non-Power 5 version of the Big 12. I mean, UCF could throw up 50, 60 points on Oklahoma just like they do. They both run a high-power offense, and Oklahoma's defense can't stop anything.
John said, but he balled out at Houston, and he did face some D lines that was real big.
Like I said, I'm not saying he won't do it, but to me,
yeah, you just don't know.
We want to. It's still a big question mark. Like he brought up, the linebackers is a question mark.
Yeah, that's what y'all that's y'all biggest weakness right now is the middle of the field. Like that's what I think anyway. But Derek King, I wanted Derek King. I wanted Derek King, right? Like just because of the hype. I didn't really look into him, but I know that we needed a quarterback to fit our up-tempo offense that we was doing. So I was like, all for it. Let's get Derek King. And then when they got rid of Taggart and Kendall, I was like, okay, I don't care about Derek King. I don't want him no more. Let's just get the pro style back. I'm sick of this up-tempo crap. And then when y'all got Derek King, I'm like, oh, damn, they got Derek King. Miami might, I was a little like not really worried, but I was like, oh, okay. But then when I looked into it, I'm like, this dude, I can't stand short quarterbacks. First of all, second of all, he seems like kind of a gadget, like kind of like a Tommy Frazier gadget kind of thing. And then I don't know, man. His throwing motion, how he throw the ball. I'm like, his throwing motion. When I saw his throwing motion, I'm like, no. He's not. He's definitely not going to the NFL.
Overlook throwing motion because you don't get much weirder than Ken Dorsey in that sidearm throw he used to like to throw.
Oh.
Yeah, Ken Dorsey did great with that sidearm throw.
You can make it work.
That's true. And I mean,
that's exactly what you just said about his height and stuff like that. That's my problem with we were talking about it last time I called in with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. Because you're going to throw it to him. You got to roll him out. With Derek King, you're going to have to roll him out. You're going to do all types of scheming because he'll throw right into the defensive hands. They jump in the air. Because that's what our quarterback Francois was doing that a lot. Used to piss me off. And he's taller than Derek King is. I believe Francois was like 6 feet, 6'1", something like that. And he was throwing it to the line all the time.
Yeah, we lit him up. I remember.
He was throwing it to your hands.
And see, what I look for too is not just a player that's going to be great at Miami. I look for a player that's going to be great at the next level as well.
Right, that's what you want.
I mean, a lot of people are talking about Lamar Jackson, but all of those kind of quarterbacks, you're starting to see it out of Baker Mayfield now. Give it a couple years, defenses figure him out. He'll look so hard. Give Lamar Jackson. He won't look a lot no more. Same true for Derek King if he goes into the NFL as quarterback. That running quarterback crap, you don't make it in the NFL. You just don't. I don't want a statuesque quarterback that's going to stand there, but I mean, hell, even Drew Brees can get away from pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Drew Brees was saying he was too short too.
Just to keep it in the perspective of college, that high tempo, run around the field quarterback. Name one that's ever won a national title.
Yeah, you can't really. I mean, Burrow ran a lot too, but he was more stationed in the pocket.
He was more get away from pressure, and if there's some open grass in front of him and no open receivers, he's going to go. Hell, Tom Brady will do that.
I mean, even Trevor Lawrence, he'll take off every now and then, but they most stationed in the pocket. They like to stay in the pocket.
Trevor Lawrence big.
Behind the pocket, but at least behind the line of scrimmage, and don't move the pocket until somebody gets open.
Yeah, it's normally for them. Normally for them, it's a last option that they take off.
And that's still what I'm looking for at a college level, because that's still what's going to be. I mean, for all these little runaround quarterbacks, without a doubt, who's going number 1 in the draft next year? Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's going number 1.
Things just don't change.
Yep.
We're gonna have some first rounders next season too. Especially if Russo play up to expectation, he'll be a first rounder.
Wait till you see the quarterback
next year.
Yeah, I hope he don't leave next year, but like I said, he might do. And then Rochi's in his last season too. He's pretty good too. So he might be a first rounder.
Oh yeah. Now is he a transfer or is he a graduate transfer? I can never remember.
He's a graduate transfer from Temple.
Yeah.
But he was I think like 3rd or 4th in the country behind Russo and Chase Young. So he got pretty good numbers. He had like 13 sacks last season.
Yeah. Well, and the only reason Russo caught up to Chase Young is Chase Young went those last 3 games of the season without a sack.
Yeah. Russo almost could have kept up. Almost he could have. If he had 1 more sacks, he probably would have tied with him.
What I'd like to see them do this year, because I know Roche is going to be so good, and I know Jalen Phillips is going to be so good. Russo has shown that he can move to the interior of the line and still get sacks.
Yeah.
Those long arms really help him get away from interior defenders. I want to see all 3 of them on the line together. Put Roche and Jalen Phillips on each end, move Russo into the interior with like John Ford next to him. And please, God, get away from this 4-2-5 crap that you're trying to do with the striker. Stop it.
Yeah, Mike said Roche is rated 21st best player in the country.
I'll say this though. I'll say this back to the quarterback talk. What's his face ruined the Browns had a Super Bowl roster. They had a Super Bowl roster, man. The quarterback screwed the pooch. What's his name? From Oklahoma? Terrible. Terrible. What's his name?
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, he screwed the pooch. That's a Super Bowl roster. He screwed that. He screwed it. He had a bad year.
That could be a really good offense. They still had a bunch of questions on defense.
Yeah, he didn't do anything though. I mean, I felt that was at least a playoff team. At least. Goodness gracious.
The problem you've got there is who's that damn receiver they've got there? Oh, another loudmouth like Keyshawn Johnson.
I know who you're talking about. I forgot his name.
It's not Odell Beckham.
Yeah. I don't like him.
You got 2 alphas that are button heads. That's the problem you've got there.
Locker room. Yeah, locker room. I'm
Didn't
not
they,
an old dad.
Did they send him to the Vikings?
They might have traded him. I remember they were talking about it because Mayfield and Beckham were having problems.
Yeah, I was hearing that he was going to the Vikings. I'm not sure if that went through.
He's a diva. He's a diva, man.
Waiting on them to pick up Antonio Brown, and that at the very least be the most interesting team to watch.
He never wanted to be there. He played along, but he ain't never wanted to be there.
Antonio Brown wanted to come to the Bucs. Antonio Brown's trying to go to the Bucs.
Tom Brady wanted him over there too.
The coach though. The coach though.
No.
Yeah,
The coach like hell no.
Antonio be stepping on his own feet.
He does, but and you know what? I hate it for him because, to be honest with you, you can trace every bit of Antonio Brown's behavior back to when he took that real bad shot when he was playing for Pittsburgh and got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, a lot of those.
That's when it all started.
A lot of those players be playing with concussions and everything, but when your job's on the line, sometimes you don't say nothing.
Yeah, coach
And I could see that 20, 30 years ago when guys didn't have contracts. But now everybody's under contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I mean, even with Calvin Johnson, he retired in his prime because he just came out and said in one of them documentaries that the league don't give a fuck about players. There's times when he was like said to be on the sideline just to be, you know, a threat to the other team, and then they'll throw him in there anyway when he wasn't ready.
Dang.
But but there are some guys that get to the league and never get hurt. Look at Frank Gore.
Oh man.
I mean, that's an old man as far as running backs go in the league.
Let me get back to the bus list real quick because John want me to get to you, Turnt Tyler. Y'all on that list too, man. Y'all ain't far from the Gators.
Hey, we've had besides Winston, we've had a good hit, man. Jalen Ramsey, Derwin James, Dalvin Cook. We've had good hits, man. They still balling.
Here go the top 6 bus schools when it comes to first round picks. Number 1 on the list is the Florida Gators.
Damn.
They got 15 first rounders. 8 of them was a bust. So that's 53%. Then you got Penn State. You got Penn State at number 2 with 10, and 5 was a bust. 50%. You got Oklahoma State 4, and then 2 was a bust. Then number 4, Florida State, 19 first rounders, 9 of them was a bust. 47% bust. North Carolina, number 5, 9 with 4 being a bust. Wisconsin, number 6, 12 with 5 being a bust. That's the top 6 teams. That's the top 6 teams with first rounders that bust in the NFL.
Oh,
now,
okay.
Number 1 on the list with more progressive is Miami. Miami had 26 first rounders. Only 4 of them was a bust.
Since when though? How far is this going back?
I didn't really look how far it went.
Because they're making it sound like it's all time or something. It don't make sense.
Nah, it ain't all time. I mean, if you going back to all time first rounders, we'll definitely have more than 26. But Tennessee comes in second with 13 players, only 3 of them being a bust. Oklahoma 12 players, 3 being a bust. Ohio State 19 with 5 being a bust. Alabama 17 with 5 being a bust. And the Trojans, 17 with 5 being a bust. So Miami's number 1 when it comes to putting talent that's in the first round that's not being busted in the NFL with only 15%.
Well, something you have to take into account with that list too is, there are names that people may think are first round players but weren't necessarily.
Yeah, true.
Clinton Portis. A lot of people would have thought Clinton Portis was a first round player. He went early in the second round.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they play so good. when players come out and they play so good in the NFL, you automatically assume there was a first rounder. You can't. Yeah. I think most of the best players go in the later rounds. The best players seem to always go in the later round.
You want to hear he bust? No Heisman Trophy winning quarterback has ever won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah. That's weird.
Not one.
That tells you right there how different the games are. That tells you right there how different.
Well, you also have to figure too that first round, a Heisman Trophy winning player, especially if it's a quarterback, is probably going first pick overall. How many quarterbacks has Cleveland been through?
I think the closest.
Sorry teams.
I think the closest came to Cam Newton.
He did go to the Super Bowl. He went to the Super Bowl.
He went to the Super Bowl and lost by I think seven to the Patriots. I think.
Yeah.
So he came close, just couldn't finish.
Yeah, he lost that game.
You know
he played.
And you know they blamed it on that guy from Florida State, that tall wide receiver, Calvin Benjamin.
No, that was on Newton.
They put half of the blame on him.
Yeah,
that was on Newton.
Greg Olsen, that tight end.
Yeah, I like Olsen too. I like Olsen. That was on Newton. Newton
that's why I ain't saying that. I just laughed.
Oh, Olsen. What happened with Olsen? What happened?
Olsen from the U.
Yeah, I know. What happened? He played bad or what? What happened?
Yeah, he was terrible that game.
He usually good every other game. He played lights out. But I don't. That was on Cam. That was on Cam, man.
Wait, didn't Olsen play for the Saints when they won that Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Oh, Jimmy Graham. Yeah, Jimmy Graham.
Yeah. Jimmy Graham. What's up, Kendrick?
A tight end in the NFL only played 1 year of college football. The other 3 years at Miami, he was there on basketball scholarship.
Oh, damn.
He said Kelvin Benjamin was lazy.
He was there under Brady Shannon, if I'm not mistaken. He went 9-3 that year.
They say y'all had some players in the 90s that was good, but they were bust. Peter Ward.
Peter Ward has so much wiggle in his hips, right? Peter Ward has so much wiggle in his hips. He was so hard in the college football, so hard to get your hands on him that everybody assumed he was fast. Peter Ward was slow as hell, but he had that side to side movement. He in the combine he ran like a 4.7, 4.8.
I think Florida State does have a record that'll never be beat. They're the only school to have a 35-year-old Heisman Trophy winner.
Cynthia want to know
Chris
where
Rinke won at 99.
Cynthia want to know where Jaron Williams going to play next season. The only team that I could really think of that would probably want him was Kentucky, because they were recruiting him when we got him, but I'm not sure if they still want him. Or did they coaching staff even change?
No,
Kentucky.
They got the same coaching staff.
So
doing all right. Kentucky doing all right.
Kentucky might, if they still want him, they can pick him up.
No, Kentucky doing all right. That coach out there, what's his face? They ain't never seen this much success ever in Kentucky. They're doing all right out there. They got some wins. They got some big wins last year. They surprised a few teams.
I know he's still listed here, but they don't have him on the roster. Just like all the other transfers, because I'm looking at the main roster right now.
Yeah, Mark Stoops.
Yeah, he's not on there.
A lot of players, it's taken them longer to get picked up. I mean, Brian Hightower just got picked up last week.
Yeah, he going to Illinois.
Yeah. Mark Stoops doing all right.
He was on that transfer report for a long time. It's some of them that's on the transfer portal right now that's been on there longer than he has.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I mean, whoever recruited half of these guys, it just goes to show that half of the rest of the country probably never wanted them.
Well, they've also seen out of Jaron Williams, you got to put him behind a solid offensive line, or he's going to fold like a dollar store lawn chair.
They also see that they got to hire a babysitter for him.
Yeah, that too.
Don't leave your Henny around me.
Who's Gatewood? Oh, the Auburn quarterback. Oh, they got him at Kentucky. Man, Mark Stoops is doing stuff at Kentucky never seen before. Damn.
Well, no, they did it that 1 year, and then this past year they were right back to where they normally are.
Oh, okay. They might surprise the people with. Mark Stoops can coach though. He can coach.
He can. I mean, it's Kentucky. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
I'm not saying it.
they may do a little noise every once in a while, but let's be honest,
yeah. I know.
Yeah,
I know. I'm not saying they world beaters. I'm just saying for Kentucky. What's wrong with Jalen? Why is Jalen Knighton not on the roster? Somebody asked in the chat, why is Jalen Knighton not on the roster?
He is on the roster. What are you talking about? I seen him on the roster when I was making the video.
That's y'all top. That's y'all really
all the players that was gonna be here. I'm looking at it right now. He's on the roster. What are you talking about?
Out of y'all whole last class, that's y'all top prospect right there.
Watch it because he's from Florida State. Come on now.
No,
Yeah,
he is.
I'm looking at it right now. He's on the roster. I don't know if y'all can see that.
If you look at
he's on the roster.
Yeah, if you look at the ratings, the grades, y'all last recruiting cycle, y'all running backs was like A pluses. That's the top of y'all recruiting. Y'all running backs. That's y'all best prospect.
Jalen Knight gonna be rocking number 4. He's on the roster.
And see, that's why I'm not sweating so much losing that running back to Florida, because we picked up the top 2 running backs in the state of Florida.
Yep.
Yeah, that's y'all best prospects. That's what I said.
Yeah. Plus we got Cam and Robert Burns, so we should be good.
I ain't say that because he was supposed to go to Florida State. I just know I just do my homework, and I know.
It's just very convenient then that you named a player that decommitted from Florida State.
But then when you fact checked it, it still came out correct though, didn't it? Like when y'all just fact checked it.
I said both of them were the top 2 running backs in the state of Florida.
Yeah, I know. I wanted Jalen Knighton. And then when Taggart got fired, he left because Taggart got fired. So he went to y'all. Y'all got to steal.
I mean, that happens to everybody, though. I mean, we lost Teddy Bridgewater when they fired Randy Shannon.
Yeah, we stole Dunson from y'all too.
Who cares? Only one I cared about was Jalen Knighton. Dunston who? I don't care.
Do we have any? I haven't, Cynthia. I haven't checked in on any recruits in a minute. I'm just trying to see if this 2020 season is going to even happen before I start looking into the 2021 recruits.
Say running back.
Yeah,
like I said, they're either going to attack the spring onto summer workouts, add 14 practices to that. Well, most teams have 14 practices. We had our first 5 or 6 already.
What's up, Jose?
They'll either attack the spring onto summer camp, or they'll let them open fall camp in July.
Yeah, Michael Redden too. He was a Florida State commit until we stole him.
Was he a receiver?
Yeah, Michael Redden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we stole a couple from y'all this season.
Of course. New coaching staff.
I'm surprised Willie didn't take a lot of them down to the FAU.
Because nobody
still
wants to
coming?
get you. That's why.
Yeah, I think if he would
Y'all
have
didn't do it against-
if he would
y'all
have went
didn't-
to a college with a bigger name, he would have took some on with him.
I knew y'all was gonna get some, but I thought y'all was gonna get a lot more. I thought y'all was gonna get a lot more.
Here's the problem with Willie, though. I mean, I understand what he was talking about earlier with Willie being able to recruit, and I think Willie's shown that. But Willie's got a losing record everywhere he's been a head coach.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people saying he should have never been hired at Florida State to begin with. He wasn't material for a school like Florida State.
But it's why he got a losing record, though. You got to put it in the right context of why he got a lose. I'm not protecting him, but I'm just saying you got to put it in the right context. If he went to Western Kentucky, a team that never won, that were like, they haven't won a game in 2 years. He went to Western Kentucky where it didn't win a game in 2 years, but that's his alma mater. That's where he was from, where he played quarterback. When the last time they went undefeated was with him at quarterback. So he went there and turned them around. It took about 3 years of losing, and then the fourth, I think third or fourth, they're probably the fourth year, they went, I think 10-1, something like that, 11-1. First time they ever won 10 games in the history of their school. So, and then right after that year, after you turn him around, he gets hired, he leaves there, and goes to USF, where they're a train wreck. They turn him around in 3 years, had the #1 offense in the country, with Quentin Flowers. Y'all know about that.
Never had the #1 offense in the country. Come on now.
No, they did. I don't know if it was yards. I don't know if it was yards or points, but they did. Look it up. They did. They were #1 offense. USF. Quentin Flowers. Look it up. I think it was 2000 and.
No, UCF had the #1 offense in the country, not USF. The biggest program win ever in USF history is the game that got Randy Shannon fired when Miami lost to him.
Okay, well, I'll get off of that. But anyway, with the point I was making, then he went to like 10 wins. That he turned them into a 10-win school. Then he left there after he turned them around. The very next year, he got promoted to Oregon. So that's more of a reason why he has a losing record. He's a cleanup man. You give him 3 years, he's going to turn your school around. Florida State didn't want to give him those 3 years. But history has shown everywhere he's been after 3 years, they turn into a 10-win school at least.
TJ said he preferred Corey overnight. I doubt you believe that. I doubt that. Y'all would take Knight.
Well, Corey Wren is faster than Knighton. So it's just we're gonna see who gets developed, who's better, but Corey Wren is faster. Corey Wren is a jet, man. And both of them are
You can give me a Willis McGahee, a guy that's going to run a 4.5, 4.6 40, but he's lining up in that backfield at 6'1", 228 pounds. I'll take him any day.
Right. But
we talk of small, speedy running backs.
Yeah, I'm not into small running
Willis
backs.
McGahee all day long.
Oh, I agree. But what I'm saying is we talk about these two guys who are pretty much clones of each other. They don't run between the tackles. They both want to hit the edges. And they both, I'm just saying, Corey Wren is faster. So you really, I don't think you can go wrong with either one. I don't think you can go, because I think Corey Wren was a Jalen Knighton replacement. Same exact type of running back. So he just was a replacement for Knighton. That's all. They both like pretty much the same type, same prototype running back, scat backs. Very fast.
I mean, even for 2021, we got what? Thaddeus? What's a guy named Thaddeus? He's supposed to be coming in, but they saying he's shaky right now. He committed to Miami and everything, but they saying he's shaky on his commitment.
Man, it's gonna be a lot of with this coronavirus. Everything gonna be shaky. All commitment. It's gonna be a lot of decommitments this cycle. I watched a podcast on it. It's gonna be a lot of decommitments because it's a lot of uncertainty. Kids can't visit. There's a lot of commits right now where the kids are just committing because they want to have a spot solidified just to fall back on, right? Because you can't visit, so they just try to fill up rosters so they have a spot. If everything falls apart, they can at least go somewhere.
Well,
Yeah, he said,
not
that's what I'm talking
necessarily.
about,
I mean, there's a
John.
lot of teams that just wait till later on to focus on recruiting. I mean, you look at preseason last year, Georgia was like number 30, and then by the time the season was over, they have the number 2 class in the country.
Yeah. Like it's too early. It's too early to worry about it. It's way too early to worry about recruiting rankings. But what I'm saying is, this is going to be a different recruiting cycle. This is going to be a very unique recruiting cycle, a type we've never seen before, because they're going to skip the early recruiting cycle. That's not going to happen. Early recruiting is not going to happen.
The good thing in Miami though is most of the talent is in Miami. So if what you're saying is true, most of them gonna come to Miami. The ones that we can actually take.
It's gonna be what's the early signing day? It's not gonna be an early signing day, and I think it's gonna work out for the Florida schools. I think we're gonna get more local kids this cycle. I really do, which is gonna help the program, because I think that the kids are gonna want to stay near home more than ever because of the
2021. Florida gonna start letting these kids get paid off their name and likeliness too. So you got to
I like that too.
Florida.
Yeah.
I know Florida.
What, though? That's going to open a can of worms that a lot of people see coming. Because here's the thing: a lot of people they complained because the schools in the NCAA were making all the money off these players, is how they put it. Well, the NCAA and the schools are fixing to start cutting these players checks. All they're basically going to let happen is, some guy owns a Mercedes dealership in Miami, and he now have Derek King in his commercial. Well, here's going to be the problem that a lot of people aren't seeing is going to happen. Derek King will be in that commercial. John Ford ain't going to get asked to be in that commercial.
Right.
So you're still only going to have certain players making any kind of money.
That's what I was saying. Like, you're going to have the popular players, the ones that, known for big plays and highlights, scoring touchdowns. Their name is out there. And then you're going to have, like, some linemen, or some people on the bench. They ain't going to get no money. So
because they're not earning it. But they're not earning it. So it could breed like envy between the players, but if they balling out, they should be able to enjoy the fruits of their work. So that's how I feel. If they balling out.
Thank you, Mike Williams, for $10 donation. Really appreciate it.
You're right. What he's not saying is that starting quarterback, that starting running back, that starting wide receiver, they're going to get that call to be in that commercial. But for the most part, tight ends, offensive linemen, that rotational running back, that rotational offensive lineman, defensive lineman, linebacker, corner, those guys aren't going to get the call for that stuff. So that's going to create a bunch of resentment in the locker room. People aren't expecting that.
That's how the NFL is.
That's going to be like, you know what? If I didn't block for you, Mr. Quarterback, you wouldn't have got this commercial and shit. You should pay me.
Well, that's how the NFL is, though. They should get. There you go. It's NFL training. And if you're really a team player, you be happy for your teammate.
I'm all for it, but I'm just saying I could see some of the issues that's going to be there. It's going to be a lot of.
If they jealous, that's their problem. If they jealous.
But see, this isn't going to be the NFL, because in the NFL, that lineman's still getting paid.
See what you going?
In fact, the left tackle is the second highest paid position in the NFL.
What you're gonna have is you're gonna have players showing up at school in Mercedes Benz and stuff because they got the endorsement money, and then you're gonna have the ones that's riding bicycles or don't even have a car at all. Them the ones that's gonna be looking at them like what?
Deion Sanders was doing that anyway.
Oh,
Now,
man.
here's something else a lot of people I don't think see happening. Going to be a consequence of this. They already talk about all these schools are paying players to come in, and you hear it every year. Georgia's paying players, Alabama's paying players. You hear it every year. They can't police that as it is.
Yep.
So all of a sudden now it's going to be legal for somebody to get $5,000, $10,000 for their autograph.
What you're gonna have too is a lot of boosters gonna take it as an opportunity to pay players, because now they're gonna say, "Hey, this was an endorsement from this, that, and the third." Some of the money, what's gonna happen is a lot of those players gonna get caught up with half of their endorsement not matching up to the amount of money they're spending.
They're gonna be selling jerseys with their name on it and everything.
What you're gonna have is you're gonna have boosters paying them for performance. And then they're gonna be spending that money, but when they say, "Oh, I got an endorsement for this, that, and the third," the money's not adding up to what you got, to what you purchased, like that.
You know, it's gonna be some knuckleheads.
Not only with the NCAA, but if you make over $10,000 in a year, you got to report that to the IRS. So next thing you know, you're gonna have the federal government stepping in and arresting people for not claiming money, not paying taxes. And these are 18, 19, 20-year-old kids. They don't know nothing. I didn't know shit about it when I was that age. I didn't think nothing about it.
All I know
Who started this? Who started this thing? Who started this? Because who started this trend about? Who started this?
By paying players? Oh, that talk has been around for a while, but actually California started it last season, because they actually signed. Theirs is signed and ready to go. They ready to go in 2023.
Into effect in a couple of years.
Yeah, 2023 California will start, but in Florida it'll start in 2021.
You know what happened though? You know what happened with California?
NCAA has already approved it, because that was the thing. With only a couple of states doing it, what
you're screwed.
NCAA's position on it at the time was, well, you're not allowed to go to bowl games if you're going to do that.
But then they thought about it too.
NCAA has approved it now.
They thought about it like, we can't keep teams from Florida and California out of the bowl games and stuff like that, because the revenue is too much. They would lose too much money.
Yep.
You
know what?
You got Miami, you got UCF, you got the Florida Gators. You know, they can't have these teams not play. We make too much money for them. Then you got UCLA, USC, and all those schools out in California. You cannot keep them schools out of tournaments, NCAA, events and stuff like that. They're gonna lose too much revenue.
You know what I think though? I would be like this. I'd be like, screw the bowl games, because all the players would come to California and Florida to make money off their name and go to the NFL. They wouldn't care about no bowl game.
But you can't really say screw that, because then you can't go in the tournaments. Then you can't win no national championships or nothing.
It don't matter. If I was a recruit,
all the players will come there. No, they won't.
Yep.
Because all those schools can still only sign the same number of players.
Exactly. So let's say we got 30 scholarships. At the end of the day, we can only bring 30 kids here. Y'all could bring 30. The school that would benefit would be like a FAU, FIU. They would get top talent now. But the rest of the country would still end up with players.
Yeah,
we don't have room for all of them.
But we'll be kicking their ass.
But at the end of the day, if we kicking their ass, but we can't go to bowl games and we can't go to national championship, we don't benefit.
I don't care. No, wins is
it's a win, lose, win kind of thing. So the NCAA just gave in.
No, the wins is benefits though, because that's gonna fill the stadiums. The only reason they do that to help us. The NCAA know that the players are all going to come to California and Florida. That would be the top of the top. That would be it. So they had to make it, I guess, fair. I don't know. I wouldn't care about no bowl games. And if it came down to that, if it came down to like getting a national championship, I'm pretty sure they would work something out, because it would be too obvious. We were the best teams, because all the top players were coming to us. So it would be stupid. The players would still come to us. That wouldn't stop it. That wouldn't stop it.
A lot of players would come to us because they rather get paid right away than just play for a national championship. At the end of the day, you won a championship, but you didn't beat the best in the country.
Yeah, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't care.
And I know is a lot of those kids that want that money right away. That's where they're gonna go, California or Florida.
For now they going to Alabama.
Hey, man. I don't know. I can't say who's paying who, but somebody getting paid.
Alabama paying. I don't give a damn. I know they paying. I know they paying. And they get caught too. They get caught. Miami fans should be more mad about that than anybody. Alabama don't get nothing. They don't get nothing.
It's either Alabama or Clemson.
Clemson is more. Clemson is more of a.
Alabama did get caught.
Huh?
Alabama did get caught. Why
They did. I know.
Before Nick Saban got there, they were on a 5-year bowl ban because they got caught paying that kid Albert Means in 2001.
Man, they doing a lot more than that right now. They doing a lot more. They got caught again.
They're like
They doing a lot more.
it must be the money.
They got a lot of dirt they've been doing from that. I'm talking about some NFL players, Alabama players in the NFL today are doing stuff like signing stuff and giving money to the kids and all types of stuff, man.
I've talked to a few players. I ain't gonna say no names or nothing, but they get paid. They get paid.
Well, why do you think Miami's never been convicted of paying players by the NCAA? Because nobody will talk to them. That's all it is. The only ones that get caught are the ones dumb enough to talk.
Every one of them that I've ever talked to, they say they would never own up to it. They'll take that shit to the grave.
Well, look at
the Nevin Shapiro investigation was going on in Miami. They went and knocked on Willis McGahee's front door. They said who they were. He slammed the door in their face.
right.
And that's exactly what keeps you from getting caught. Why do you think nothing happened to Miami in 2015 when they announced the sanctions? Why do you think it was only 3 scholarships for 3 years? Because they had nothing on them. But the NCAA, trying to save face, gave them something because the investigation had been going on for 2.5 years.
Yeah, the NCAA knew that they could not kill Miami as a program. They knew
they had nothing on them.
They knew that. They know the revenue.
All their evidence was based off of a guy in federal prison. Nobody else would talk to him. Yep. So they couldn't back any of it up. Even
I don't like
it. Hit in 1995 when Butch Davis come in. That wasn't for paying players. That was for an administrator falsifying Pell Grant information to support his coke habit.
Hey, he said the guy on the phone is a Gator fan.
The one thing I can't stand. This is what I can't stand about it is when they go to the NFL. So they get all these perks. They get their mama house. The university pays for all that stuff illegally. But they go to the NFL. As soon as they get their check, they forget about the handouts they got from the university. And they go and tell on them. Like that guy, Laramie Tunsil, by Ole Miss. Remember that dude that was smoking weed on draft day? The picture of it came out. He ratted on the whole Ole Miss University for giving them money. That's why he got in trouble.
Look at Joe Burrow with the whole Odell Beckham giving out money and shit. He told straight up, y'all took money.
Because he's going to the NFL now. He don't care. A lot of them be doing that, man.
Look at for instance Reggie Bush back in 2000, was it 2005 or 2006 when he went into the league. He gave back the Heisman Trophy. He didn't give a damn about that.
Yeah, they took that Heisman Trophy for him, poor Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie was like, you know what? My mom was taken care of. I got this, that, and the third. I don't give a shit. I'm in the NFL. Right. What you gonna do? You can write me out of history, but you can't take back what I did. You can't take back the position that I'm in right now.
Right.
I got the check. You caught me. You did your investigation, but you did it a little too late.
That's been the one thing that's kept Miami out of trouble is nobody talked.
Yep. That's one thing I can say about Florida State and Miami. They would not snitch on their own program.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
Slim.
true.
Well, they I think they're trying to kick you off the phone now, Slim. John say he came to hear me and me and Kurt, man. I mean, it was a good night talking to you though, man. We're gonna definitely pick up whenever you call and everything too. It was a good show, good conversation.
I appreciate you taking my call.
No problem, man. Every show we do, you can call in anytime.
All right, boss. I appreciate it. I'll let y'all again sometime.
All right, boss.
Thanks, Lil. Put the number in the chat.
Michael
So somebody's calling.
another donation. He said, I know y'all. What?
He said, I told y'all Bo don't know shit. Kane Stradamus knows everything. He talk about Slim. He called it Slim Shady.
Hey, Slim got a lot of insight, man. He good.
But he talk about like how he talk about the future. Like, no, this is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Like about the paying players in the locker room and all that stuff. That's what he talk about. Like,
I mean,
Kane
I think every program has players getting paid somewhere, but it's good to know that they're not touching on each other.
I wouldn't say that. I would say the elite programs probably, but like everybody don't do that. Everybody don't do that. Like some schools don't have enough funding to even think about doing that. Like, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, if half the schools had the amount of money that the boosters do for like a Florida State or Miami or Gators, can you imagine the talent that they would get at half of these schools? Imagine the money that we had, FAU or FIU had. You'll see the major difference in when it comes to recruiting.
Right.
You'll be wondering why this 5-star dude going to FIU. What they offering him? The question is what they offering him. This is what they offering his mom and dad.
Hey, put your number in the chat.
In the chat.
I think we got Keith Van Horn, No Blooded. It's a few. They usually call in. You might want to call in. So just put the number in.
Yeah, anybody that feel want to call in, the number is in the chat.
Dude said Kane Stradamus.
Like I said, man, you got to respect the man. He got knowledge, man. He got a lot of knowledge on the Miami Hurricanes. And I mean, in Bucks and Tampa Bay Buccaneers too.
Yeah, I've been doing my homework recently. He around on a few things. Like I done my homework.
Yeah, the number in the chat for anybody who want to call in. Please don't tell me y'all made us get Slim off the phone if y'all ain't gonna call.
Yeah, right. They just didn't want to. I think they just got tired of hearing them talk. That's what I think. Slim taking that hat back. I can name a lot of players from the Southwest Florida, my areas that got paid. Yeah.
Trust me. Like I said, I know a few. They told me they got paid, but I wouldn't say.
I'm sorry to cut you off. You know what I'm smelling smoke at? Do you know what I'm smelling smoke right now? Tennessee.
Oh man.
I'm smelling some money bag smoke over in Tennessee.
Man, I don't know. Tennessee might be back.
How can you hold on? Wait a second here. Hold on a second. So I already was suspicious when they picked up Malachi Wideman from us. That Florida elite talent.
We got to call him.
Okay. Coronavirus. Nobody can take visits in Tennessee.
How you doing? You on with t2y and turnt?
What's going on, t2y and turnt? It's Michael.
This boy Michael Ellis on the phone, y'all.
It's been a fine show, boys.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate all the donations, boss. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna be very thankful. I'm gonna be very thankful for that $1,000 in November.
Yeah, that $1,000 is gonna come tough, son.
I know we're gonna beat y'all though. I got a feeling.
What's up, Michael Ellis?
What's going on, Turnt? Tally, I tell you what, that last caller, boy, Gangsta Dollars, he told me.
Oh man, y'all just handing out nicknames today.
Yeah,
Michael Ellis.
full of knowledge.
Nah, Bob, I don't live in Miami. I live in West Palm Beach, which is like 30 minutes from Miami.
Yeah, well, I'm about 90 miles from Tallahassee, so I still call myself a Noel fan, even though I'm a little bit away from Tallahassee.
Where you at?
I'm just north of Panama City, Florida, where the world's most beautiful beaches are, baby.
Hey man, I love Panama. A few years back, before the kids and the single life, that's where we go every spring break. Panama City for the weekend.
Yeah, it's nice down here. I've been here all my life.
That
I
beach,
enjoy it down here.
the whole
no football, and I respect the Canes. My first game was going to see FSU Miami, so I really respect the Canes too.
Oh yeah, what year was that?
1987.
I think
we had them beat, and in the second half, Michael Irvin had about 2 touchdowns from Steve Walsh. And they came back and beat us, and Bobby went for 2 instead of tying it with a field goal.
Oh man, yeah, that had to be a dagger. That had to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I drove home 90 miles with my panties in a wad. I was upset.
Yeah. I mean, but you already know how it is between Miami and Florida State. Ever since the 80s, it's always been close like that. Every now and then you'll have a y'all will beat us by 10, 20 or something like that, or we'll beat y'all by the same. But other than that, it'd be like 7 points to 3 points, or even 1 to 2 points.
Yeah, I look back at a lot of the scores, and it was within 6 points in like 15 different games.
Yeah, they very close, man. And most of the time when you look at it too, we either both playing each other undefeated or, one game loss, stuff like that. We basically end each other's seasons every now and then.
Yeah, y'all cost us 3 national championships. We had 1 loss that year.
I keep trying to tell Turnt that.
Yeah. We had to catch y'all something too, though.
But like I always said, I dislike Miami, but I hate the Florida Gators.
I got a strong hate for the Gators because they just refuse to play us every season. They could get it done where they play us every season just like they play you guys, but they just refuse to. I mean, Steve Spurrier.
They got tired of getting beat by Miami. They played Miami. Miami kept whooping that butt. So they got tired of it and they quit playing.
Yeah, they see Steve Spurrier. A lot of people don't respect him, but that's the only thing I can say I respected him about. He was trying to get that done where we play every season. But if you look at Florida take a lot of money out of the state of Florida itself by not playing Miami every season.
Hey Michael, you see what Tennessee doing?
Coach, you gotta win that $1,000, son.
Yeah, I know.
Win that grand, baby.
Mike Norvell gotta win my $1,000.
I tell you what, Turnt, if Miami don't blow y'all out, if we do win though, I'll give you some of it.
T2y, you might feel a little bit
having to help turn Tally out, maybe give him a little 10% cut of it.
Yeah, I'll give some. Might give him 20 out of it, 20%.
I love supporting you guys. We really enjoy this, Friday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, whatever it is. I can't remember that too much, Jen, but we love it. All the fans love it, and y'all just keep it up, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. We're gonna keep doing it until the wheels fall off.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, until the wheels fall off, man. You got it. But I'll see y'all next week, man. I'm going to turn in. I got to cook some pork chops and some rice for the wife. So I got to get these chores done. But I'll see y'all soon. Go Noles, baby.
Go Noles.
I'm gonna wrap it up soon too, cause I still got to be at work at 5.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it's getting around that time.
T2y. Good job, baby.
All right, Michael, be easy, man.
Mike, now, what I was saying was in Tennessee, I don't know what they rank right now, but they got a lot of momentum. I'm getting real surprised.
They're getting a lot of talent.
Like how they getting talent from everywhere and nobody else is. It's like nobody taking visits. Nobody can take visits, but yet Tennessee is out recruiting everybody. All of a sudden. Like, bro, we struggling to get commits.
Yeah, Bob, you're right. Miami is very expensive to live, to even visit. No problem with response, man. No problem.
But they would.
Yeah, but like you were saying with Tennessee, they coming out of nowhere.
Right.
I won't be surprised if you start hearing Tennessee in a couple of years when you talk about Georgia, Alabama, LSU, and Auburn, and the Gators. You might have to throw a Tennessee name in there too.
You might. I told you I wanted Jeremy Pruitt as our head coach. I always wanted him. I always thought that he was going to stay at Florida State. Jeremy Pruitt. He was 2013. He only coached for us 1 year. He only coached for us 1 or 2 years. He got a national championship out of him. So I know he got the goods. He can recruit and he can coach. But at the same time, I'm like, you still at Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee got a bag. Tennessee got a bag, man.
Yeah, they definitely.
It should be obvious.
They got something. They got something going on up there.
They got something going on, don't they?
I don't blame them for whatever they doing. Just don't get caught.
Don't get caught.
Don't get caught. You better ask Alabama.
Don't get caught. Alabama might start telling on them over there.
You know what? We try to offer this guy 10,000. How you gonna offer him 20?
Yeah. Alabama might get salty and tell on them.
They having a bidding war over the #1 top recruit.
Yeah, Tennessee gets some commits in, man. I don't know if they gonna stick. But see, that's what I said. That's what I said earlier when I was watching that podcast. It's gonna be a lot of decommitments.
Yeah, see, with Tennessee, if Tennessee could do the recruiting not just 1 year for like a good 3 years straight, then they're gonna be a force to be reckoned with. But if it's just a 1 year thing, then
yeah. Thanks, Mike Merritt.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Tennessee, bro. They got. I've never seen them recruit like this. They do have Jeremy Pruitt. Pruitt's a beast, though. Pruitt's a beast. He's one of my favorite coaches.
Yeah, they definitely on to something right now in Tennessee. But we're gonna see how it play out. We're gonna see.
Pruitt is a beast.
If they could actually knock off Georgia for once in a minute, they might be on. They might actually get some more recruits coming through. Because if they could start competing with the other bigger schools, then it's gonna be on. Because I mean, in the SEC, there's only a few teams that dominate every season. That's Auburn, Alabama, LSU, Georgia, and Florida. Other than that,
I would put Florida. I wouldn't put Florida up there with Georgia
because they always stay in that battle. Look at
But when the
LSU.
last time they beat one of them teams? They don't never beat them.
Look at it too. LSU on their most dominant season, they almost fall to Florida. Florida almost beat them. I think they beat Florida by 5 points when they were blowing everybody else out by what, damn near 30.
They beat them by 10. They beat them by 10. They beat them 38-28. Yeah, Florida showed up, played all right.
Yeah, but they were beating everybody else by damn near double, triple digit.
I'm not saying Florida is bad. I'm not saying Florida is bad. I'm just saying they're not in the elite. They're not in the elite with Clemson, Bama, LSU. I want to put them up there with them.
Florida on the rise right now too. So if they could do good this season, and keep going up, they'll be in the name. They'll be in the talk. They won't
I think they plateaued. I think they've gone as far as they're going to go because they've had like 3 straight, like Georgia. They've had like what, 3 straight 10-win seasons, 2 or 3. I think they've plateaued because Dan Mullen's not a good recruiter. I don't think they're going to go up. I think this is it.
I think if Dan Mullen's wife keep kissing players, I think they might go up a little.
Nah, she smell like. She over there smelling like mothballs and Metamucil. Yeah. Nobody checking for his wife. She ain't like Jimbo wife.
Man, the first time I saw that going on, I was like, "What? When did they let this kind of stuff go on?" I think she bringing in recruits.
Yeah, Florida. Yeah, I hear you. What you say? You think she bringing in recruits?
I think she's bringing in recruits. I think one of them players got that ego going on. Like, you know what? I'm gonna hit coach wife.
Florida too far behind Georgia. I ain't gonna put Florida up there. I don't even think Georgia is up there with Bama and LSU. I don't even think Georgia up there with them two. So
after seeing
Florida's behind Georgia. Florida's behind Georgia.
After seeing how LSU did Georgia, they beat them 37-10. So,
but Georgia beat Florida though. Georgia beat Florida.
Yeah, but they didn't dominate Florida though.
They usually don't. That game always seem like it'd be like a little bit kind of close. But Florida just can't. But
if you watch Georgia last season, you could tell that they was a good team, but they just didn't have that because even look at Jake Fromm. Jake Fromm was exposed. He got exposed in the NFL Combine, and then he went from being one of the top wide quarterbacks to going. I think he went in the 5th round.
Oh, okay.
He went, on top of the list to getting drafted after the quarterback from FIU got drafted before him.
Oh, okay.
That's how far he fell off. He went from being a first, second rounder all the way to 5th. The NFL Combine exposed him.
Yeah, I still think Florida. Nah, man. They like Georgia. They remind me a lot of Georgia in so many ways. They just man. This their team. This is the best they got. This is the best they got. Think about it. Miami's down. Florida stays down. So Florida gets the coup. They should have the first picks of everything in Florida, pretty much. Compared not to Clemson and Bama, but first picks to us. Like Florida players would seem like they would be more likely to go to the Gators. They got their stuff humming along pretty smoothly right now, right? And they still haven't taken advantage. They haven't taken advantage.
All Florida would have to do now is just compete with the teams and then try to get to the SEC championship, and then by the luck of whatever, win it.
You know what it is with Florida? This is the problem with Florida. I always go back to this. They can't. Dan Mullen hasn't recruited the quarterback he wants. He can't recruit a quarterback. He can't recruit the quarterback he wants. Not
only that, I've noticed with Florida, quarterbacks will leave Florida and go somewhere and be great. Look at Cam Newton back when he was behind Tim Tebow. A lot of people don't even knew who he was when he was behind Tim Tebow. Then he go to
Yeah.
Auburn and win a national championship.
Yeah.
And everybody look at
Definitely.
Florida like, why wasn't this guy next up?
If the Florida Gators had a quarterback like a blue chip, they will be a contender overnight. In my opinion, they have talent. They have talent in every other position, but they're missing. They're lacking in the SEC. In the SEC, you better have a quarterback. The defenses are too good.
Yeah,
you better have a quarterback.
I mean, at any program, if you don't have a good quarterback, then your season is a wash. I mean, look at our season last season. We were juggling back and forth between quarterbacks.
Yeah, you can't do that.
3 quarterbacks on the roster. One, the guy from out of Ohio State, Tate Martell. One, everybody's saying he didn't get a fair chance, but then when he got in the game, he didn't do much. And then 2, you got N'Kosi Perry and Jaron Williams not being consistent. I think if N'Kosi Perry had been a little bit more consistent when they gave him back that starting job, if he would have been a little bit more consistent, he would have kept it. Cause with all the behind the scenes stuff that was going on with Jaron Williams, breaking curfew, coming to games drunk and shit, he would have been out.
Florida State juggled 3 quarterbacks last year. We didn't have no starter. We juggled 3 of them.
They set up Blackman pretty nasty against us. They put him in at the last 2 minutes of the game or something like that. I was like, man, they could have just left him out. They did that boy so wrong. Then he come in and get hammered and threw an interception, and they want to blame that on him too.
Yeah, half the fan base hate him. Half the fan base want to give him another chance. We're going to see what happens. TJ James, he makes a good point, and I say this all the time. Florida lost 7 players from their team and half of their recruiting class from 2019. That's it right there. A lot of people slept on that because the Gators out-recruited Florida State because Taggart out-recruited them in 2018 cycle. The 2019 cycle, Dan Mullen out-recruited Taggart. I think something like 2017, something like that, or whatever. Taggart had 2 cycles. He out-recruited Dan Mullen in the first one, I think. Yeah, even Dan Mullen had 10 wins and Taggart still out-recruited him just on selling vision. Yep. And that's how I was laughing at Mullen. How you going to have 10 wins and get out-recruited by a coach a first year with a vision? You suck. And then a second, and then imagine Willie Taggart with 10 wins. What he would do on that recruiting trail. It'll be a disaster.
Willie was a good recruiter.
Huh?
He was a good recruiter.
Yeah, he was.
Willie will walk in your backyard and take your best player.
Right. 2019.
Developing them and play calling was questionable. That's it to me.
Yeah, exactly. 2019, Dan Mullen had a good class. I think it was a top 10, something like that. What happened was you had about 7 players. You had dudes with sexual assaults, 2 or 3, all types of stuff. So they class. So the Florida Gator fans, right? I don't know if they're too stupid to see this or they pretend they don't see this, right? They thinking they're gonna win a championship. And that class from 2019, or 2 cycles ago, is not a top 10 class anymore. You lost 7, and you lost 5-star tackles. 4-star blue chip quarterback, the sexual assault guy. You lost a lot from that class. That class is you'd be lucky to be a top 25. You lost 7 blue chips.
And that's one thing I can say about Miami too. Most of the players that we get, they normally don't get in trouble until after they leave Miami. That's most of them, but you'll have a couple knuckleheads here and there.
The Gators lost 2 future starting cornerbacks will be starting next season. They lost 2 of them. They lost a quarterback. They lost offensive linemen. And not just any offensive lineman. These are starters, 4-star, 5-star from that class. And people think the Gators are going to do something next. No, they don't have no. They lost it. They lost that. And that's what I knew right there. I'm like, Dan Mullen, he's not the guy. Yeah, he screwed it up. It's screwed up. Y'all, there was everything was in position for them to go to that next level. it fell apart. It fell apart. People was laughing at Dan Mullen, like, he screwed it up. He losing recruits everywhere.
I'll tell you one thing. If Dan Mullen pushed for Florida to play Miami every season, I'll be a fan of him. I think the Gators will regret that, though. I mean, but it'll be great for both fan base. It'll be great. They put that rivalry back into it. Because but we play them probably every 7 or 8 season or so.
He say Tennessee got that moonshine money. They dropping bags. They dropping bags, man. I come on. It's too much smoke. It's too much smoke.
Hey, I'm gonna wrap it up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everybody, man, y'all go subscribe to Turnt Tally. The show will be on his channel this Friday. Y'all going over there. Y'all come meet us over there Friday at 7 o'clock. But anyways, man, hope y'all have a good night. Thanks everybody who came through to watch. Appreciate all y'all.
Yep. Thanks, y'all, man. Appreciate it. It's the crowd's getting bigger. We doing better, man.
Yeah, man. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I'm out.
Peace.